Just one thing, fam. If you guys are Android users or like to listen to podcasts on your computer, download the Podbean app or visit the website to listen if you're on a computer. Just give me a subscribe, like, comment, all that shit. It helps the algorithm. You can catch all my new releases as well as help me view my analytics. Podbean is the best for me to see what actually is going on and who's actually listening. If you have Apple Podcasts, the best way to support is leave a rating and review. There's really not much else. And actually listen. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Episode 6, Red Room Live. Coming at you, man. It's been a while, been 18 days, something like that, 15 days. Probably shouldn't have been keeping it off, but, you know, like I say on every one, life. Everybody's got a life, I'd hope. Work, man. Trying to get these t-shirts out to y'all. I really appreciate all the fucking love with the t-shirts. Everybody coming through. People that I didn't even know listened to the podcast are buying them. And yeah, I got a bunch of people, man. Like, they're all lined up on my table downstairs. So get at me. I mean, they still gotta be in your hands. So I mean, I'm trying to flip these and see what's next, man. They turned out great. I really liked them. Seems like you guys like them too. Yeah, dude, I was rocking mine. Felt good. Rocked it on the Raw District podcast. Switched locations for that. I really appreciate them for having me on for so long. I'm gonna keep co-hosting, I think. Shout out Drew. Shout out White Ready. Shout out Tone Vantana. And shout out Preston for the new location. La Casa Blanca. That shit is really legit. Right now, we're working on getting new cameras so it can be legit right now. So it can be as legit as it can be. Sound quality's good. In there blowing back, so you know we're fooling. Always on one. And Tosh came through. Shout out Tosh Senior came through. Had a low-key freestyle sesh. Made a pretty dope song on accident. We're gonna give that to y'all like after every show, hopefully. Cause we be in our singing bags. Not really, but really just faded and fucking around, so it feels good. I always like doing that. I hate getting pressured to rap. I'd rather just do something dumb, make me feel funny. That's what I fuck with the most, man. I hate getting pressured to rap. I even say that on the thing. But yeah, man, new beginnings for that. Season 2 coming out. We shot that episode of season 1.5. Just testing the waters. We went there just to peep the sound and shit and peep everything out, how we were going to do it. And we ended up recording one, man. Kind of just winged it. Kind of like I'm winging everything else. Winging this. Because I was like, shit, man, I should drop in all these podcast shirts, but I haven't even dropped a podcast in like 15 days. But I mean, I don't even know if y'all are caught up, man. Y'all better catch up. 5 episodes. Listen to them. That one with Taj is ridiculous. That man's ridiculously funny. Supposed to be having Drew on my podcast. Hit me up, man. Let me know if you got somebody in mind or if you want to be on it. Like, right now I'm just kind of like getting my feet wet still, as you can hear. I don't really know what I'm doing still, and honestly, I don't even know why you guys listen. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me, and honestly, more of you people listen to this podcast and my music, which I'm not offended. That's why I gotta make 2 of them. I gotta do both. I think I got addicted to like dropping content because it makes me feel the best. Just going through and looking at how much I could like drop just out of nowhere, but I'm a perfectionist, so I want my shit to be, you know, not top tier, but just put together and have a goal, have a mission. But I mean, I'm kind of a slapper, so I kind of just like want to try some shit, slap the shit together, and then see how it goes. I mean, only did 5 episodes, and you guys are buying my shirt, so I really, really appreciate you guys, man. All the listeners out there. I'm about to cry. You guys are the shit. And even like if you don't even fuck with it and you just fuck with me, like that's amazing. Like some people just bought some shirts off of principle, like they didn't even listen to the thing, and that's awesome. Like I'd like to be able to do that to some people. Like money's tight though. That's kind of why I'm trying to sell these shirts, to just get more shit moving, man. I ordered these speakers. They'll be here in March. Fucking March, dude. Corona's got shit fucked up. Yamaha's getting the Yamaha monitor speakers, the 8s. Hopefully they'll get here before that, man. I got them from sweetwater.com. If you got good credit, man, hit up Sweetwater. They'll approve you in an instant. I got approved for like almost $3,000 worth of shit, but I didn't need all that. Just getting the little speakers and a mic for my co-hosts when I got some guests. But I was gonna be lazy, man, and just wait until I had another guest so I can bounce ideas off of. But you know, I gotta give a little solos in between, just to kind of just like get this shit off my mind and all that, man. Just basically do what podcasts are supposed to be doing, just talk, you know. What I do today, man? I worked all day. I've been working a lot, doing some roof inspections. They got me driving like 150 miles a day, getting on like 25 roofs a day, which is dope, man. I like the job. First started doing insurance adjusting, and that was dope. Went to North Carolina. If you guys don't know insurance adjusting, I didn't even know what it was until I started. Shout out James, man, and John Gragsons. They put me on. First time I went, there was a hurricane. It was a Hurricane Michael, and I think there was one before that, but they had me out there in North Carolina. Very first fucking house was like $20,000 worth of damage from the hurricane. I'm out there like writing it down, trying to figure out, just winging shit, man. So that relates back to the podcast, man. You gotta, if you got something, man, go for it. If you think you can't do it, you probably can, because everybody's a human and everybody started from somewhere. Everybody needs to go somewhere else too, man. Like, it's not that hard to learn shit unless you got a disability, and if you do, I'm praying for you. You heard? So yeah, man, I'm out there. Had 2 houses left. Guess what? Flat tire. Way out. Some country road, some gravel road. Pop. I had to change my little spare, put my little donut on, put that shit on in the middle of a client's fucking driveway, gravel driveway, looking like a dummy. But, you know, man, I'm getting better at staying positive. The old me would have freaked out and punched my car door. But, you know, trials, tribulations. At least I'm getting money from it. At least I got a spare. At least it was aired up. If it wasn't, man, I would have been fucked. But, you know, still there's solutions. Still somebody would have got me. And I love y'all, because I know 10 people I could call right now that would pick me up. And I fuck with y'all for that. And I don't know why y'all fuck with me like that, but I fuck with y'all for that. So yeah, man, put that little dog nut on. Did my two inspections after that. Got home. Rolled a fatty. Walk my doggy Primo. About to spark one right now, actually, man. Shit, man. So yeah, just again, thank you guys for buying the t-shirts, man. Like, it's really helping me out. And once you support an artist, it makes them want to keep going because they see how much it affects other people, and especially with this. This is just me. It's just me talking, like, and it's hard. It's hard with nobody else, but I talk to myself enough to just keep it going. But I fuck with you guys for fucking with me, man, for real. This might be a short one. I just wanted to give you guys a little something and not rely on guests so much, man. Just do a little practice. Practice? Y'all talk about practice? Yeah, we're not all fucking AI. We need some practice, G. And I always like harass everybody for questions, so I'm gonna get into those. Conrad, shout out Conrad. He asked, "Why do you think we're all our own worst critics? And what can you do to help that?" I think, at least for me, I can only speak for myself. I think I'm my own worst critic because I see such a big vision of me doing something, and I don't even know if that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So I always second guess it. But I know like how I feel when I do things and when I complete things. So if I do something dope, say like skateboarding, I want to do this fucking crook, and it takes me 50 tries, and then I do it, and then I don't do it, and then I come back to it 30 minutes later after doing something else, and I land it first try. It's just like, and that's what it does to you when you're like, fuck, man, I don't know what I can do to change. I don't know what I can do to help myself, and I don't know how to look at things differently because I've been doing it the same way for so long. Kind of how I've been right now. Like, I'm finally getting out of this funk, man. It's been months and months. I don't know if it's COVID. I don't think it was like, not COVID like I had the disease, but just the reaction it had and like the downfall of a lot of shit around me. But I don't know, man. I was drinking all the fucking time, like, and I think being my own worst critic helped, or it killed my drive, because at a certain point I just gave up, and I was like, I see how long and how much effort it'll take to get where I think I want to be, and I don't have the drive to do that right now. So I'm just gonna give up, and I'm just gonna do what I want to do, because we're all gonna die someday. Like, that was my thought process, and it sometimes is, man. Like, that's depression. But how I can do that, how I can help myself from not like criticizing myself so much and being so hard on myself, I just look back at my achievements and my accomplishments. And yeah, being my own worst critic helped me be a quote-unquote perfectionist at what I want to do. But also, when I'm just slapping shit together and not thinking about anything and just like straight up vibe and flowing and shit, like, that's when I've made the shit that I'm the most comfortable with. And, you know, and when you're criticizing yourself, I think it's because you look at other people and you want to do what they're doing. And that's, you know, part of jealousy and shit, which I understand. Like, man, social media, it's been fucking all our heads up. Like, unrealistic expectations. And we don't need that. Like, I've been trying to stay off and just like straight focus on what I need to get better in my own mental health. And it's been helping, man. Been going to therapy. Had a few sessions. The last one really helped me out. It's helped me just like have a better outlook on life, and like, and also me and my girl been having problems, but it got really, really, really fucking bad, and then it got great, and now it's great. Like, we really fixed it. So like, once you're down, there's only one place to go up. That's cliche, but that's really it. How you know, how farther down can you get once you're all the way down? So, I mean, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. And if you're strong enough to bounce back from that, I hope you are, because it does feel good to feel good. It sucks feeling like shit. And it sucks like being so hard on yourself because you have all these expectations that you think. It's always just a thought. It's never, you never know anything until you actually do it. So stop like being so hard on yourself, man. You'll fucking get there. Another question. Bryman, hardest part about podcasting you've encountered so far? Shit, this right now. This shit's hard. Solo. Trying to figure out what to say and not ramble, and how to have people think that, oh, I really enjoy listening to this guy talk, because that's all I'm doing right now. I'm just talking. And I know probably a lot of you that do listen already have had like multiple conversations with me, which is kind of weird why you would listen, but I appreciate that. Why am I sabotaging myself? But yeah, I think that, man, not having someone else to bounce ideas off of, and thinking of segments and shit, because you can talk about so much. And I talk way easier than how I'm talking now when I'm talking to somebody else, and it's more comical, and it's more organic, and I'm not like trying to sound like I'm rapping or something, because that's how I sound right now. But and trying to get guests, that's pretty hard. Like thinking of somebody that other people want to listen to. But yeah, I'm just trying to be me. That's probably the hardest part, just being me and keeping it entertaining. And man, if you guys got suggestions, let me know, because you're the ones listening. Let me know how I can improve. Let me know what I should talk about. If you have any segment suggestions that you think would be funny or interesting or anything, man, let me know. Because so far, man, you guys have been supporting the fuck out of me for some reason. Mara Willie, shout out. She said, what do you use in those infamous curls of yours? Blackness. You gotta be mixed. That's the only way. Nah, but my grandpa, my mom's dad, and they say you take after your mom's dad. He went bald when he was really young, and I got really scared of that because, like they said, you take after your mom's dad. So I got some DHT blocker shampoo, and that's supposed to help. Oh, it's a weird story. I was at the liquor store, go figure, and this dude, he held the door open for me, and then he just stared at me. And then he was like, I used to have hair like you. And this dude was bald. I was like, oh, word, damn. And then he was like, DHT blockers. I was like, what's that? And I guess it's an overactive testosterone. DHT is an overactive testosterone that makes you lose your hair. So if you get a blocker, it won't regenerate your hair, but it'll stop it from falling out. And he said and I was like, yeah, I've been thinking about getting Keeps and For Hims and shit, because it's like the sponsor of most podcasts I listen to. And he was like, nah, fuck that. I'm a chemist. DHT blockers, get that shit quick. So I got some DHT blocker shampoo, and it's all natural organic ingredients, and it smells really fucking good. The shampoo is like Nioxin. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. But it's like a minty kind of thing. But the conditioner is really good. It smells super earthy kind of. But for my hair, I wash it maybe once every 4 days. Keep them natural oils in it. I brush it every time. I use a pick, because if you use a brush and you have the little beads on the end, my mom told me this. Shout out. If if you have the beads on the end of a brush and you're brushing your hair, it'll wrap around the beads and it'll yank it out. So she gave me this pick, and start at the bottom, work your way up. But I mean, yeah, thank God I've always been blessed with some curls, man. Like, let me touch your hair. Let me touch Eli. Let me touch your. Okay, go ahead. That shit's soft, innit? Oh, also I use coconut oil after I wash my hair. Wash and condition. I leave the conditioner in there maybe like 2-3 minutes while I'm showering. Maybe rub one out. Maybe wash something else. And then I get out. Get a maybe quarter size coconut oil. Raw coconut oil. And then rub it all in my scalp. All in my hair. Brush through it. And when it dries, it's just like the perfect texture. It's soft. Like usually curls like mine, it's hard. Like if you rub your fingers through it, your finger will get caught. Sometimes you get dreads and shit. But coconut oil just makes it so smooth, silky smooth, like the Zohan. So that's what I've been using. I've been using a lot of coconut oil. Shout out Jordan for that. He told me that. Another man with beautiful hair. But yeah, man, I'm kind of scared of going bald, so I got that DHT shit. And I got a tiny ass head, dog, so that shit look weird. I got wonky ears, buck teeth. Y'all don't want that. You don't want me bald out here, so And that's what I'm known for. I wish I wasn't, but I don't know how I would set myself if I didn't have hair. It'll happen someday, but I'm gonna have a hard time with it, man. So don't let me know, cause I'll be pissed. Be pissed. Mara also said, "How'd you bag such a baddie?" Woo! That girl chatty. She actually kind of bagged me. It was such a weird story, man. So me and Ariana met. I was a lifeguard for some reason at Gage Pool. And I seen her there one day, and I knew who she was. I always knew who she was because of Twitter and the social media and all that. And it was weird because I seen her, and then I went home after that day and I seen her tweeting. So like right after she tweeted, I subtweeted, and I said, I didn't even mention her or nothing. I said, I love seeing all the beautiful women at the pool. And like 30 seconds later, she said, we love seeing you too. Ha! Oh! I knew it was on. So, I slid it in the yam. And I said, oh, what's good? And then, 7 years later, she's my girlfriend. So that's how that happened. And it was so weird because we could have been tweeting or subtweeting at anything, But the fact that it was then and it, too perfect. First time we hung out, too perfect. She was funny. She was fucking beautiful as ever. And, I hit it off, man. Next question. Oh, I'm also trying to get her to come on here and be a guest, but she's shy. She's shy. She don't know. But yeah, she's interesting, dude. She's got a good story, and you guys should push her to come on. Start giving her shit. And with these shirts, I only got a few left, man. Like a few large whites, few extra large whites, and a few small sizes, man. So I really appreciate that. And if you haven't got yours yet, hit me up. I'll deliver after I get my damn tire fixed. Shout out Harold's. I'll deliver, or you can just swing through and we'll do it like a drug deal, quick little shits, but with the shirt. Next question. Isaiah from the skate park, man. Gleazy gang, let's go. He said, favorite beer, favorite substance. My favorite beer, man. Everybody knows I like the IPAs. Right now, I'm sipping on this Incarnation IPA from Four Hands Brewing, Colorado. I love the high percentage shit, and I love the really hoppy shit. My favorite actual IPA is probably Yakamaniac from Free State. Shout out Lawrence, Kansas, brewed right here. That, the Yakamaniac, the Cloud 9 from Yankee Tank, also in Lawrence. So, yeah, man, them IPAs, I really fuck with those. Favorite substance, man, you know it's the greenery. Man, God gave us that shit for a reason. And I have to partake, excuse me, on my wheezy shit. Yeah, man. I should probably stop smoking just for my own sanity, just to feel how it feels to not be high or actually just be sober for like months on end. It might be cool. I might also have a problem with it because I got anxiety and restless legs and all that. But I take Kratom. Shout out to Kratom, man. You guys should look into that if you haven't. If you got insomnia or like pain, or you suffer from opiate addiction, or you got a low sex drive, or you just want to stop doing hard drugs, look up Kratom. They got it at the Groove Shack, but it's kind of overpriced. But it's also a leaf. It's natural, and it's kind of described as a natural opiate. And I've been a big advocate for a while because it's the only thing that's been helping me sleep. But right now it's kind of like making me nauseous if I take too much, because I've kind of gotten used to it. And if I take too much, I wake up the next morning like just not feeling good at all. So I just need to quit everything and try to feel how that feels for once, man, because it's been so long. Been like since high school, since I actually like weren't smoking or wasn't drinking and shit and all that. He also asked my favorite video games. Man, you know it's RuneScape. OSRS all day. Yeah, me. And shout out Odablock, man, the best high-risk PK ever. But yeah, man, I've been on RuneScape since I was in 4th grade. It's a love-hate relationship. Just like the things you love the most in life. But that's the only video game I've really been on constantly forever. I don't even have a console right now. Really thinking about getting this PS5 though, man. Really thinking about it. I miss gaming with my friends. I had an Xbox 360 for a little bit, and I was on COD heavy. But I think my favorite shooting game is Halo. Halo 2, probably the best game ever made. I was a big Reach fan too. It was like the same mechanics as Halo 2. Skate, dog. My favorite skateboarding game too is Tony Hawk American Wasteland. I would just beat that shit in like 2 days, and it just has a great vibe. Right when I got it, I was just addicted to it, just playing it over and over again, and that shit was dope, dude. Back in them 360 days. But yeah, man, RuneScape, fuck with me. Let's raid. If y'all nerds are trying to. Ariana, she had a question for me. She said, best wings in Topeka. Drums or flats as well. I believe I actually have had every wing in Topeka. And I'd have to say Skinny's has the best classic buffalo wings in Topeka. And if not, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody. I know you guys like your wings. I think Skinny's, they have the biggest. The buffalo sauce is and and it's flats all day. I give a fuck about you little drums. No, I do. All wings matter. But the flats, man, if you don't know the flat trick, you take them both, you can just rip them both apart super easy. Take that one tiny bone out. You can even take the other tiny bone out. And look, you got your little nuggets that you love. You little weird boneless people. What's wrong with you? That's not a chicken wing. That's like a chicken nugget. But yeah, man, you take them little wings, or take the little bones out the flats. You just dunk it right in that ranch. Boy, I tell you. Boy, I tell you. She said, if you could be anyone in the world just for one day, who would it be? God. Do they have to be real people? Because I'd love to be the Flash. It would have to be the nicest person ever, right? See how it feels to actually have that compassion for other people and that empathy, and actually feel the 100% joy in helping people, because that's what I think I need in my life. Is I think if I were to help more people in my life, I would be happier about my life. So somebody like that, man, like fucking Gandhi or like Nelson Mandela, somebody like that, or the most poor person in life, just to be, if it's just one day, you go back to your life feeling happy, and you feel the actual privilege you have, because there is levels of privilege in anybody, race, economic class, handicaps, like it'd be cool to be a lot of different people every day, just to feel that, and just so you can go back to your life with that perspective and really fucking like feel the compassion and empathy and everything you need to be the best human you can be to live your life to the fullest. But yeah, it's probably somebody that's rich as fuck, to see how it feels to do whatever you want. That'd be nice too. Just go buy shit. What? Or go buy somebody else some shit. Buy somebody a house, some random person. Like Jeff Bezos. What? Billions and billions and billions and billions and he could do anything for anybody at any time, man. And I wonder if me going into somebody else's body with how I feel would make a difference too. Or if I had to live somebody else's life, it's just like me watching overhead, like a fucking trip or something, or like a third person video game, and somebody else is controlling it, and I'm just thinking about it, and but I can actually feel what this person is feeling. That would be different too, because then you can't control, then you actually feel how they actually live, because it's not being intervened by what I think and feel. That'd be trippy, man. But we can't do that because it's fucking maybe in another life, or when we're dead and we're just particles in the universe, we can form to something that only other people and that universe can feel. Because this is just one dimension, and there's fucking billions and billions and billions of them. But I don't know, I'm a fucking dummy. Johnny Vargas, shout out, my dude. He said, what is your creative process in the studio? That's what it is. It's actually it's not as creative as it is like technical and precision. It's like I need to be in a certain headspace, in a certain place, feeling a certain way, kind of like this podcast shit, man. Like, but it's the same thing every time. I'm not gonna feel like doing it until I'm doing it, and then when I'm doing it, it feels good to do. But other than that, I'm gonna be doing something else. And like I said, it's been a while since I put out an episode. So, and the reason for that is I told myself I need to feel a certain way, or I need to do something different, or I need a guest or something. But no, you just need to do it. And like, how do these people that have big podcasts go every week, once a week, no matter what they're doing on this day at this time, no matter how they're feeling? And if you don't want to listen to it, that's fine. That's just another podcast. Like, I could come on here and fucking talk for 5 minutes and drop it as an episode. Like, it doesn't need to be anything. This is my shit. You know, I didn't create podcasting, but I created this one. And shout out Jordan for the name, Red Room Live. Gave that shit to me first tee. But my creative process in the studio, yeah, man, like, get sent a beat. If I'm really feeling that beat and I'm really feeling at that time, I'll write like 8 bars. And if they're hot, I quit. Because I'm like, shit, these are fire. Like, I need to think on it. Then I'll come back and it's usually better. And sometimes I write some shit and I'm like, oh, whoa. And that's the shit I know. That's the shit that I want to know. And Marty, man. Shout out Marty. He just, Marty from Ebony Tusk. He just dropped a vinyl, or they did. Ebony Tusk just dropped their vinyl. And I don't know when this is going to come out, but by then, I think that Raw District has his interview on there too. It'll be out in a few days. And I actually am on the mic for that one, so that is a great interview. I love that dude so much. He's a pillar in the community. But he said, why did you start a podcast? And I think it's like what I was saying before. I started craving content, and I started craving being heard and accepted. I know that's weird, but, you know, more human shit. I wanted people to hear me, and I wanted people to know it's okay that they can do the same thing. And it's just the influence right now. Everybody's podcasting. It's easy. Like, I have a studio and I'm not doing anything. When I'm not making music, I can do something else with it. And it's way easier. So you might as well just do it and get what's off your mind, man. Like, also, I'm just trying to get better at talking, trying to get more professional, and also I figured people would listen. And I appreciate everybody that does, man. And I could hopefully get some guests on here that shed some light on some really important shit in a way that I can't. And that's kind of my goal too. Like, you know, kind of put people on and introduce people that I fuck with that other people don't know or haven't heard of or anything like that. So I'm starting to love it, and I'm starting to understand it. And I really appreciate Raw District because they're starting out too, and they have a good vision, and I have the same type of vision, and we're helping each other, and it's just good to bounce ideas off of and grow, you know, as people in the community with the same type of thing. Jeff, shout out Hefe. He said, what's a basic skill everyone needs but is underutilized? A basic skill that everyone needs. Fucking compassion. I know it's probably not that hard to be a good person and just actually feel empathy for people and be like, oh, I never lived that life. Maybe I should listen to this person and why they're feeling that way. I think that's one of the biggest one, like compassion and love for each other. But also wiping your ass, man. Y'all smell like shit. Y'all better fucking wipe that doo-doo hole, man. I'm getting sick of smelling that shit. Nah, dude. I think it's that, man. People need to stop fucking with each other, but some people don't get it, dude. Like, people have selective hearing and selective thinking, and they only hear what they want to hear, and I guess that's the definition. Just rambling, but yeah, I think just people need to just grow the fuck up and learn that we're all gonna die soon. So why not be a good person and listen and learn from other people? Because, you know, I live a life, and so do you. And it's different. So I don't know what the fuck like you're doing, and I'm not gonna act like I do. So when you tell me shit, I'm gonna try to listen. So, because that's what humans do. But some of y'all be lying. Some of y'all are weirdos. But, you know, that's just, you got to surround yourself with good people and people that you know are going to, you know, do good for the world and not necessarily benefit you, but help you be a better person. That's beneficial, but it's not for a selfish reason. That's what you need in life, man. People to push you. People to tell you that, you know, what you're doing is wrong too. Fuck a yes man. A lot of people have yes men around them, and that's why they're not progressing, is because, oh yeah, man, that's tight. Like, oh man, I knew you were always like, man, tell me I suck. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me what I can do better, because I'm always listening. And if I get offended, that means you're right. So fuck me up, fam. Come at me. But don't at me. Right, Lur? Alright, y'all. I think I'm done with this one, man. It's been good. It's been fun. But it ain't been real fun. Hit me up if you need a shirt. Hit me up if you need your shirt. Because I'm basically out. But I still got a lot on the table that y'all ain't picked up. So pick that shit up. And there's going to be more to come. So tune in, man. Peace.